Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our exploration of the majestic world of medieval castles, where history echoes through the towering stone walls and ancient corridors. Have you ever wondered what life was truly like within the confines of these formidable fortresses? Join me on a journey back in time as we unravel the mysteries and marvels of medieval castle life. Imagine yourself transported to the heart of medieval Europe, where castles stood as symbols of power, prestige, and protection. These towering structures were not merely fortifications, but bustling centers of activity, where every stone bore witness to the triumphs and tribulations of the past. Step inside the grand halls of a medieval castle, where the air is thick with the scent of wood smoke and the sound of clanging armor fills the air. Life within these walls was a delicate balance of duty, honor, and survival. For the noble class of medieval society, the castle was not merely a structure of stone and mortar. It was the epicenter of their existence, a bastion of power and privilege in a tumultuous world. Within the sturdy walls of the castle, lords and ladies found refuge from the uncertainties and dangers of the outside realm. It served as their home, their fortress, and their seat of authority. Here, in the heart of the castle, the noble elite held court, presiding over a lavish and intricate tapestry of social customs and ceremonies. The grand halls resounded with the echoes of lively conversation as knights and courtiers mingled with visiting dignitaries and foreign emissaries. Amidst the flickering light of torches and hearth fires, alliances were forged, treaties negotiated, and friendships kindled. Feasts and festivities were the hallmark of castle life, extravagant affairs that celebrated not only the triumphs of battle, but also the bonds of kinship and allegiance. The long banquet tables groaned under the weight of sumptuous fare, roasted meats, spiced wines, and delicate pastries, while minstrels and troubadours regaled the assembly with tales of valor and romance. But amidst the splendor and opulence, there lurked an undercurrent of intrigue and rivalry. The politics of the castle were as complex and treacherous as the labyrinthine corridors themselves, with alliances shifting and ambitions clashing beneath the veneer of civility. For the noble women of the castle, life was a delicate dance of duty and decorum. They presided over the household with grace and poise, overseeing the intricate rituals of domestic life, while navigating the intricate web of social expectations and obligations. Their influence extended far beyond the confines of the castle walls, shaping the course of politics and diplomacy through their strategic alliances and subtle machinations. In the courtyard below, the clang of steel echoed as knights trained for battle, honing their martial skills in preparation for the next campaign. The castle was not only a place of luxury and leisure, but also a bastion of defense, a bulwark against the ever-present threat of invasion and conquest. Beyond the dazzling veneer of courtly splendor, a bustling world of labor and perseverance thrived within the shadowed recesses of the castle walls. Here, beneath the lofty towers and grandiose halls, a diverse community of servants, soldiers, and craftsmen labored tirelessly to uphold the castle's fortifications and cater to the needs of its noble inhabitants. At the heart of this intricate network were the castle's servants, whose tireless efforts sustained the daily operations of the fortress. From the crack of dawn until the fading light of dusk, maids, stewards, and chamberlains bustled through the labyrinthine corridors, attending to the myriad tasks that ensured the smooth functioning of castle life. They scrubbed floors, polished silver, and tended to the needs of the lord and lady with unwavering diligence and dedication. Meanwhile, the castle's soldiers stood as stalwart guardians of its walls, their watchful eyes scanning the horizon for signs of impending danger. Clad in armor and armed with sword and shield, these brave men defended the castle's ramparts against the constant threat of invasion, ready to lay down their lives in defense of their lord and land. Amidst the clamor of the armory, skilled craftsmen plied their trade, fashioning weapons, armor, and tools, essential for the castle's defense and prosperity. Blacksmiths toiled over roaring forges, shaping molten metal into deadly blades and sturdy chainmail, while carpenters and masons worked tirelessly to repair crumbling walls and construct new bastions of strength. Every stone of the castle bore witness to the collective labor of its inhabitants, each beam and battlement a testament to their skill and dedication. Together they formed a symbiotic community, bound by a common purpose and shared sense of duty. Yet, for all their toil and sacrifice, the lives of the castle's denizens were not without their hardships. Long hours of backbreaking labor, meager wages, and the constant specter of danger were the harsh realities that defined their existence. And yet, amidst the toil and turmoil, there existed a sense of camaraderie and resilience, a shared determination to uphold the honor and legacy of the castle they called home. Within the bustling kitchens of the castle, a symphony of clattering pots and sizzling pans echoed against the stone walls as skilled cooks and kitchen staff orchestrated culinary marvels fit for nobility. Amidst the aromatic haze, chefs meticulously prepared lavish banquets, showcasing an array of sumptuous dishes sourced from the castle's extensive lands. From succulent roasted meats to delicate pastries adorned with gold leaf, no expense was spared in satisfying the discerning palates of the castle's esteemed guests. Meanwhile, in the dimly lit chambers nestled within the labyrinthine corridors, diligent scribes toiled away, their quills scratching rhythmically against parchment as they meticulously recorded the illustrious deeds of knights and nobles. With painstaking precision, they chronicled the grand tournaments, heroic quests, and noble lineages that formed the tapestry of chivalric lore, ensuring that the valorous exploits of the castle's denizens would be immortalized for generations to come. In every corner of the castle, from the bustling kitchens to the quiet chambers of the scribes, the air hummed with purpose and dedication, as each member of the castle's diverse community played their part in upholding the grandeur and prestige of their noble abode. Through their tireless efforts, they breathed life into the storied halls and fortified walls, transforming the castle into more than just a stronghold, but a beacon of culture, tradition, and enduring legacy. However, life within the castle was fraught with peril, particularly during times of siege when the fortress transformed into a bastion under relentless assault. As enemy armies encircled the towering walls and dug siege trenches, the castle's inhabitants braced themselves for the imminent onslaught, their hearts heavy with the weight of impending conflict. Behind the sturdy ramparts, defenders stood vigilant, their weapons at the ready, prepared to repel the relentless tide of invaders at any cost. Amidst the chaos of battle, the castle's inhabitants endured unimaginable hardships, rationing dwindling supplies, and enduring the thunderous barrage of enemy catapults and battering rams. Within the cramped confines of the castle walls, tensions ran high as fear and uncertainty gripped the hearts of both noble and commoner alike. Yet, even in the face of overwhelming adversity, the indomitable spirit of the medieval castle endured. Throughout the long, grueling days of siege, the castle's defenders displayed unwavering courage and resilience, rallying together in a display of solidarity. From the lord and his knights to the humblest of servants, each individual played their part in the defense of their cherished home, drawing strength from the bonds of camaraderie and shared purpose. As the siege dragged on, hope flickered like a fragile flame in the darkness, a beacon of resilience amidst the chaos of war. And when the final onslaught came, when the castle walls trembled beneath the fury of the enemy's assault, it was not just stone and mortar that held firm, but the unyielding resolve of those who called the castle home. In the aftermath of the siege, as the dust settled and the echoes of battle faded into memory, the medieval castle stood as a testament to the triumph of the human spirit over adversity. Its scarred walls bore witness to the valor and sacrifice of those who defended it, a legacy that would endure for generations to come, reminding all who beheld it of the enduring strength and resilience of the human heart. Despite the romanticized allure of medieval castles, life within their confines was often fraught with discomforts unimaginable in our modern era. The stone walls, while formidable, offered little insulation against the biting cold of winter, leaving inhabitants shivering in drafty chambers and struggling to stay warm. Basic amenities such as running water and sanitation were virtually non-existent, with inhabitants relying on primitive latrines and often braving long treks to fetch water from distant wells. The lack of privacy was also a constant challenge, with noble families and servants alike crowded into cramped quarters, their every movement observed and scrutinized. Compared to the comforts of our contemporary lifestyles, the hardships of castle living serve as a stark reminder of the luxuries we often take for granted in the modern world. Moreover, The constant threat of disease loomed large within the castle walls, where unsanitary conditions and close quarters facilitated the spread of illness. Outbreaks of plague and other maladies were not uncommon, claiming lives with ruthless efficiency and casting a pall of fear and uncertainty over daily life. Medical knowledge was rudimentary at best, with remedies often based on superstition rather than scientific understanding. For medieval inhabitants, the specter of sickness was a constant companion, reminding them of the fragility of life in an age defined by its harsh realities and relentless struggles for survival. In addition to the challenges of disease and discomfort, the concept of personal hygiene in medieval castles was vastly different from our contemporary standards. Bathing, considered a luxury rather than a necessity, was infrequent and often communal, with individuals sharing large wooden tubs filled with water heated over open fires. Privacy was a luxury afforded only to the wealthiest of nobles, while the majority of inhabitants made do with basic bathing facilities, if any at all. The scarcity of clean water and the labor-intensive nature of heating, it meant that many castle dwellers went weeks or even months without a proper bath, contributing to widespread hygiene issues and unpleasant odors within the castle walls. Furthermore, the absence of electricity and modern lighting within medieval castles posed significant challenges to daily life. After sunset, the castle interiors were enveloped in darkness, illuminated only by flickering torches, oil lamps, or candles. These sources of light provided limited visibility and posed considerable fire hazards, as open flames were often left unattended in the rush to navigate the labyrinthine corridors and stairwells. As a result, inhabitants lived in a perpetual state of semi-darkness after nightfall, relying on the feeble glow of dimly lit chambers to carry out their tasks and activities. The lack of reliable illumination further compounded the discomforts of castle living, underscoring the stark contrast between the medieval world and the conveniences of modern lighting technology. By analyzing the legacy of medieval castles, we can remember not only their grandeur and glory, but also the lives of the countless men and women who called these formidable fortresses home. Their stories live on in the stones and shadows of these ancient structures, reminding us of the enduring power of the human spirit in the face of adversity. So, as we bid farewell to the world of medieval castles, let us carry with us the lessons of courage, resilience, and camaraderie that defined life within their walls. For though the age of chivalry may have passed, the echoes of its valor and virtue still resonate within the stones of these timeless monuments to human ingenuity and ambition. We hope you enjoyed our exploration of medieval castles. Thank you for watching.